Hey Million Dollar Diva, welcome back. Marlena Camacho here with our third or fourth video on becoming or getting started with your pure romance business. So this one's going to be about the party itself. Now, you did your stuff, you booked your parties. Hopefully you've got 6 on the books now because you had 3 that you did yourself and you made all your phone calls. And if you don't, get on the phone. Let's get it going. It's time. You're going to get a really good start when you have 6 branches of business you're coming off of, or, or more. So let's talk about the party itself. You're going to see in a lot of the training that it says to show up 30 minutes early. I'm going to just tell you a little secret. Show up at the party time. And the reason I say that is because you really are showing up 30 minutes early. It's going to take that half hour for your guests to arrive and get settled. So go in at 7. You're going to feel like you're early because there's going to be like one little, person there, maybe 2. And you're going to set up. You want to have a separate room. That's going to be your shopping room for the party. Just let your hostess know that ahead of time. And that's where you're going to put your inventory. You're going to bring your display stuff into her living room, set up on a coffee table or something. You're going to set up just your liquid line and your foreplay items, no toys. Toys you want to keep out of sight. Keep them in your bag or put them under your tablecloth or something, just because if they're out and they're on display, you're not going to keep everybody's attention during the party. So make sure you just set up the liquid line, your lingerie, etc., and keep the toys put away because that's the big grand finale. All right, so let's talk about what to do. You get there, you set up, you find out where your shopping room is going to be. That way your guests are ordering in private and you're not waving around. They're Mr. Dependable, so that they're getting like shady, side eye from the other guests, okay? So you've arrived, you've greeted your hostess, whatever, compliment her home, be nice. You want to dress nice. You want to wear business casual clothes, something you would wear to an office, not no tank tops or cutoffs or anything like that. You want to dress nice. A nice blouse, some slacks, cute shoes, look cute, work it, okay? Now, let's talk about what you're going to do with the guests. So our catalogs are super handy. They have these cards in them. In the front, there is one that is a note and wish list card. On one side, it says wish list. On the other side, it says notes. In the back, there is another card, and it says let's connect. On the front of this card is basic information of your guest. On the back of that card it's kind of like a little comment card that you get at a restaurant. It asks them if they're interested in hosting, if they're interested in learning about the business and reading that. Okay, so as my guests arrive, I go and I introduce myself to them. Like, hey, I'm Marlena. I am the Pure Romance Consultant tonight. What's your name? And she's going to tell me. And I'm like, well, great. It's so good to meet you, Jennifer. I love that dress. Real quick, while you're waiting, I'm going to give you a catalog so you have something to do. But also, on the last page here, there's a card. And I'm going to give it to her with a pen, just like this. There is a card to fill out your information. If you'll go ahead and fill that out for me while we're waiting, that would be great. Awesome. All right. And then you go on to the next one, or you go back to setting up your stuff or whatever. So I like to greet each guest and get their name and get her started filling out her Let's Connect card, because I'm going to need that information. She's still sober. I can still read her handwriting. Life is good. So that's what you're going to be doing between the time you arrive and all of your guests are ready to settle in. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so by the way, also as you're setting up and your guests are raving, you're going to hear them talk. You're going to hear them chatter. So you're going to hear who loves pure romance. You're going to hear who hates their job. You're going to hear who's looking for something more flexible. So pay attention to that chatter. It's going to help you later. Now, when you go to start your presentation, you want to introduce yourself and tell a little about yourself. You don't want to go on and on because they don't know you yet. They don't even know if they like you yet. So when I introduce myself at a party, I'm like, hey guys, what's up? My name is Marlena Camacho. I'm going to be your Pure Romance Consultant tonight and hopefully for life. Who's never been to a party? I like to ask who's never been because it just lets me know who's never been, but you ask who has been, it makes it a little harder to go somewhere from there. So when I say who's never been to a party, I'm like, great, you guys who've never been before, you were in for a real treat. It's not scary at all. We're going to taste, touch, and sample all kinds of sensual products. We're going to demystify those bedroom toys. You'll know I have the bunny ears and the, you're going to have a great time. Your best part is you're going to walk out of here with a bag full of goodies just for you to take home. Okay. Now, you're going to want everything tonight. That's the girls that have been to parties before, going to tell you, you're going to want everything. And that's a-okay. There's a wish list in the front of your catalog. It's a wish list. There's no limit on wishes. Write down everything you like. You're going to want everything anyway. And that's how we get you. Like when you find that you want a whole bunch of stuff, consider booking a party. Most of my hostesses walk away with about $200 in free products. So when you find you want a lot of stuff, get some things tonight to thank Julie for having the party. And then book your own, and you're going to get a shopping spree. You're going to get discounts. You're going to get a gift from me. We're all going to have a great time. Also, I started my business back in 2000. This is all I do. My husband's a stay-at-home dad. For you, you may say, hey, I just started this business and I'm in love with that and it's so much fun. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be long. But with your story, when you're introducing yourself, is you want to tell them just a little bit about you. I got started doing this to, stay home more with my kids. And I'm really loving the flexibility it offers me with some good pay. It's better than a part-time job. If you've ever thought about doing something like this before, this is the same as I'm going to say, the same as you're going to say. If you've ever thought about doing something like this before, it's not rocket science. Watch what I do tonight. You're going to see how easy it is. And I'll hook you up with some information at the end. So let's get started. That's it, guys. Don't do a big long intro. They don't know if they like you yet. They haven't seen your products. They haven't had fun yet. You want them to have fun. You don't want to do a boring speech right at the beginning. You just want to do like a quick intro, okay? So now everybody's got catalogs and you're getting started. I like to start with an icebreaker game. And here is my rule of thumb for the party. Icebreaker game. Like, introduce myself. Icebreaker game. There's a bunch of different icebreaker games out there. A really easy one is to have them take out their wish list card. It's on the notes side. Have them write down a what if sex question. Now, the question does not have to be a serious question that they want to know the answer to, because it's a game. We're doing it for fun. So it can be silly, like, like what if the kids walk in? What if the dog's staring at us? Or something funny happens. What if we fall off the bed? So just quickly jot down a what if question. It has to be about sex. And then I want you to pass it 2 seats to your right. So they pass it. And then as soon as they pass it, you say, okay, you got a new card. I want you to just answer the question. It doesn't have to be correct or accurate. It doesn't have to be serious, but it can be, or it can be silly. It can be funny, whatever you want. Just do it quickly though, because we're going to pass these cards one more time. So everybody writes an answer. And then once they have a new card, you're going to start with your hostess and say, okay, Julie, I want you to turn to Jennifer here, and I want you to read her the question on your new card like it's your question, like you're seriously like, oh my God, Julie, what if? And then Julie is going to look at her card, and she's going to read you the answer from her card. And then, Jennifer's going to turn to the person next to her, and so on down the line. Now, guys, it's just fun. They laugh. There's no prizes. It's super easy. They go around the room, and weirdly, a lot of times the answers kind of make sense, or they seem outrageous, and they have a fun time, and they get some laughing. And that's the whole point of an icebreaker game. I really tend to only play games that build my business. In the case of an icebreaker game, even though they're silly, and you don't want it to be complicated, you don't want it to be scary. So none of this toilet plunger, toilet paper, passing the dildo between the knees, none of that. Because somebody might watch that and be like, I'm never going to have my friends do that, so I'm not going to have a party now. You want to keep it light and fun and easy and quick, but just something to get them laughing and having a good time, okay? So they're back in their seats. I want you to start with your liquid line. You're going to show your liquid line. And you're going to constantly remind them to write things down on their wish list and say, I got a lot of hostesses that use this stuff all the time, so they have a party once a year to refill all of their Bath & Body products. If you've thought about hosting a party, this flirt is a common one I do as a hostess gift. And I've got some special dates that if you pick one of those dates, I'm going to give you a free bottle of Flirt perfume. Flirt perfume, by the way, guys. Easy booker. So you're dropping little seeds like that, but you're going to show your liquid line. Now, once you're done with your liquid line and you've made these little seeds, so now, guys, I've mentioned booking a party a few times. I want to point out I have a game that we're going to play. Now, there are so many booking games, and you can find them all over the internet. There are tons of them. I'm going to post some, but here's a quick, easy one that's super cheap and easy way to play. Go to the dollar store. Buy these little gift card holders. They're like 8 in a pack for $1. All right. Inside of this gift card thing is just one of those blank business cards that came in your kit, and I've written on here with a Sharpie, like toy tote and come clean. Okay, so this will be her gift the night of her party. So here's how this works. See, you're going to give your hostess a gift. maybe it's a hot heart massager, maybe it's a coochie and body dew, whatever. You're going to give her a gift and just say, hey, I want to stop now and I want to say thank you. Now that I've showed you guys some of the Bath and Body line, and I've got this beautiful bottle of Flirt for, I don't remember what my hostess's name was. We're going to call her Jennifer, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't it. So, or Julie. So I got this beautiful bottle of Flirt for Julie. And as a thank you for having me out, making the neighbors wonder, and introducing me to such wonderful women. You know, it's my hostesses are the heart of my business, and without people like you, without hostesses like you, I wouldn't be in business. So thank you. And you give her a gift. And see, now I know you guys all want a gift. I don't blame you. This stuff's awesome, so I want to give too. So I've got a gift for all of you. I'm going to give this to you, but you can't open it, okay? I just want you to hang on to it. We're going to play a game with that. So it's called Book to Look, or you can tell them later, but some people do it toward the end of the party. But this is just, everybody hang on to this. Now, here's what we're going to do. If you open your envelope, that means you're going to book a party. Or you open your gift, that means you're going to book a party, and the gift inside is the gift you're going to get the night of your party for booking with me. If you can't, no worries, but don't open your gift. Give it back to me. And I'm going to write down on my calendar what your gift was so that we know for the night of your party what you're going to get for free for hosting that party. Now, that's in addition to a percentage of your party sales and free product, and I'm going to give you discounts too. Incidentally, I've got discounts for our hostess Julie tonight. When 3 ladies book a party tonight, well, first of all, when 1 lady books a party tonight, she's going to get 1 item at 40% off. Okay, nice, right? 2 of you book, she's going to get 2 items at 40% off. But if 3 of you book, and once you all 3 have held your parties, she's going to get any item in my catalog, $100 or less, for free, anything she picks. So, and you might want to point out a couple items that could be, but basically, she's going to get that for 3 people booking the party. So, I'll ask you guys throughout the party who would like to book. Does anybody know they're going to book? And then if somebody knows they're going to book already, I have them go ahead and open it up and tell what their price is. And once you get 1, they all start booking, and it gives the hostess a chance to pressure them a little bit because there's something in it for her. All right, so moving on. Now we're going to talk about like your foreplay items, your massage items, lingerie, that kind of thing. And then we're going to take a commercial break. And the commercial break is like this. You're going to talk about your business. I told you guys I started doing this business back in 2000, and I love it. It's been a career for me. I've done it at every level though. I've done it as a hobbyist. And when I first started my business, it made the difference between me running out of money at the end of the month and having a few $100 extra in my bank account to do fun stuff with my family. Now, we're going to play a quick game. It's called Ask Me About My Job, and I'm going to give you a ticket. And for every question you ask me, I'm going to give you just a few minutes, and I usually do like 8 or 10 tickets. And so you ask me about my job, and it's about my business, not my business. So it can't be about my husband, my sex life, my favorite toy. We're talking business questions about the business. And then at the end, I'm going to ask you guys 4 questions too. We're going to draw a ticket, and somebody's going to win a prize, and you can show them the prize. It could be a little foil packet, doesn't matter. So sometimes they're all staring at you like, I don't know what to ask. So just get it started. You want to know how much I make per party? Great question. And they'll kind of like look at you bewildered as you hand them the ticket, and you talk about it. And then while you're doing that, somebody's going to come up with a question. If you're not comfortable just answering on the fly, there is a great version of this game on the COO. If you just do a search for Ask Me About My Job, there is a document with pre-printed questions that you can hand out. So I just draw a ticket and somebody wins and we move on, except that I do ask them 4 questions. Now, and this is also on your COO, the script for this. I ask them, I say, okay, tell me about you. Are you married? Are you single? Are you riding double the Sancho? Do you have kids? What do you do now for a living? Just tell me a little something about yourself. Okay, question number 2. If you were making an extra $1,000 a month, okay, don't tell me bills because you're paying your bills now. If you had an extra $1,000 a month, what would you do with that? Would you travel? Would you do classes for your kids? Would you pay for college for somebody, for you, for your children? Would you go on vacations? What would you do if you had an extra $1,000 a month? All right, question number 3. What do you think if you had my job? Just picture yourself doing my job for a second. What would be your favorite part? Like the flexibility, the money, having fun, getting to see girls, whatever. Just write down what you think the best part of my job is. And then last but not least, if I would teach you, train you, show you how to make money doing Pure Romance, would you be interested in learning more? And that's it. And then you're going to move on. Time to talk toys, guys. You're going to show your toys. You're going to close it up by bringing it all together. And so you say, okay, guys, that's the last item I'm going to show you tonight. So I have a few things to tell you about. And sometimes I withhold my last item. I say I got one more item to show you, but I know it will get your attention again once it's in your hands. So without further ado, let me tell you a quick couple of housekeeping things. This is where I'm going to say, hey, you know, take a look at your wish list and start deciding what items you're going to take home tonight. I take cash, check, Visa, Master, American Express, and Discover. There is a $7 shipping charge on all orders, whether it is here or whether I have to mail it to you. I don't charge you anything extra to mail it to you if I'm out of it, but I do charge to ship from corporate to me. So it's $7 flat per order. I'm trying to think what the, I got lost for a second. So $7 flat per order. Now, at the beginning of this party, guys, I told you to watch what I do. Now you see, you get to eat, drink, talk about sex. It's not rocket science. And you know, anybody can do this business. I had a girl on my team that did this, did like 2 parties a month to get her hair cut and colored and her nails and toes done. That's all she wanted out of her business. I have women who earn trips that sell $100,000 a year. I have lots of people making 6 figures on my team. Maybe you got a credit card you want to pay off. Maybe you got a Coach outlet problem and you just need a purse every month. Maybe you got kids at home and you want to spend more time with them. You got kids at home, you want to get the heck away from them. You got a bill that you need to go away. Doesn't matter. Come talk to me. I'll give you some information. And if you're still interested, we'll get together and chat more about getting you started. Also, I gave you the opportunity to book a party, be a hostess. Oh my gosh, guys, you're going to get a free gift. You're going to get a percentage of your party sales and free goodies. You're going to get discounts. By the time most of my hostesses are done with their orders, they've saved $200. Now, you'd be crazy not to book a party. Who hasn't opened their envelope? Is there anybody that knows they want to book? Now, for you guys consultants, I carry an open date sheet on a clipboard. It is on the group. You can print it up and use it, or you can use your calendar. I like to pass it around at the end of my party and tell them, hey, start texting your girlfriends, see which date works, so that when you get in the order and we can pick you, or when you get in the shopping room, we can pick you a date. You don't have to do that. You can do that in the shopping room, but it's just a little pro tip. All right. So we brought it all together and it's time to go to the shopping room. Usually I like to ask, is there anybody who needs to get out of here? Is there anybody who's got a babysitter waiting at home that is on a time frame that needs to get out of here soon? They raise their hands. Great. You guys, 1, 2, 3. Y'all go first in the shopping room. Start getting your orders together. I'm going to go get set up real quick. And then that'll be our next video, guys, is what to do in the shopping room. See you on the next one. Bye.